item 8H, Proclamation recognizing National Foster Care Month. We're not going, my understanding is, Commissioner Bremer, we are not going to read the proclamation. Are we going to read it? What do you want to do?
I was planning on reading it, yes, sir.
Okay. Well, Commissioner Bremer, the floor is yours.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. I move the following proclamation recognizing National Foster Care Month. Whereas all children deserve a benefit from enduring positive relationships with caring adults, especially when their own families are in crisis and unable to provide for their essential well-being. And whereas May is National Foster Care Month, and on any given day, about 850 children are living in out-of-home care in El Paso County. And whereas there is always a need for foster families, and it is a priority to keep siblings together and in their neighborhoods. And whereas children in foster care require secure, stable places to call home until they can either safely reunite with their parents or establish their other lifelong family relationships. And whereas the immeasurable and ongoing gifts of time and caring given by foster families in El Paso County are greatly appreciated and deserve public thanks. And whereas the Department of Human Services works in partnership with our local child placement agency network, involved families and extended families, schools, faith and civic organizations, law enforcement, and the judiciary toward the goal of positively affecting the lives of children in foster care. And whereas efforts continue to strengthen families and connect vulnerable children with concerned citizens who, as foster parents, mentors, and advocates, will help them thrive on their way to adulthood and successfully navigate changes, especially during this global health crisis. Now, therefore, the Board of County Commissioners of El Paso County, Colorado hereby applauds the community's efforts to help children living in foster care to build brighter futures by honoring our citizens who serve as foster parents or relative caregivers, and hereby proclaims the month of May as Foster Care Appreciation Month in El Paso County. Done this 19th day of May 2020 at Colorado Springs, Colorado. The Board of County Commissioners of El Paso County, Colorado, Mark Waller, Chair, Lojinos Gonzalez, Jr., Vice Chair, Stan Vanderwerf, Holly Williams, Cami Bremer, members, and attested to by Chuck Lorman, Clerk and Recorder.
Seconds.
All right, that's been moved and seconded. Do we have anybody on the line that would like to speak on the proclamation, or do you just want us to go straight to this video?
Commissioner Weller, this is Julie Crow.
Okay, go ahead, Julie.
This is Julie Crow. Please go straight to the video, and then I'll say a few words after the video. Thank you.
Good morning, County Commissioners. My name is Ross Wright, and I am the Executive Director of Hope and Home. For the last 20 years, I have come down to Centennial Hall on this day to be part of dedicating May as National Foster Care Month. I can't be with you here today, but we can do this by video. I'd like to start by thanking you and the Department of Human Services for your wisdom and commitment to involving child welfare organizations such as Hope and Home. In particular, I'd like to acknowledge Julie Crow and Jill Calvert for their amazing group of child welfare professionals. Normally, I would be here with a whole gaggle of kids and families, but today we're going to do this by video. Here are just a few of our families and kids telling you how much they appreciate this proclamation and how much foster care means to them. Thank you.
Hi, this is the Tuning family. Hi. Hey, we really think child welfare is important because it gives kids a safe place to be loved and to just hang out until they can be reunited with family or to be adopted.
Hey, I'm Paul.
And I'm Brennan.
We felt like God was calling us to become foster parents actually after we saw some friends go through the journey. We were just really struck by the ways that they were able to bless not just the kids, but the parents.
Yeah, God has been really gracious to our family, and it's been such a blessing to be able to share those provisions with the kiddos in our care. And we've just been able to see so much fruit come out of it, too.
Hi, I'm Rachel. I've been a foster mom since July of 2017. And one of the things I just love about foster care is watching families heal. Children come into foster care often so broken, and they thrive in the care they're given. But then parents are also working so hard to get them back, and then when that healing can be achieved and families are restored, it is just the most beautiful thing.
Hi, my name is Tara, and I do foster care because I love making a difference in children's lives, whether it be for a weekend or for the rest of our lives. We had the opportunity to adopt 3 wonderful children through foster care, and to that I am truly thankful.
Hi, we're Allison and Heath Tepper. We have been foster parents for 4 years with Hope and Home, and we had the privilege of becoming parents to our 2 daughters who we adopted out of foster care, age 18 and 13.
Foster care has shown us that we can take a couple of girls who were pretty amazing to begin with out of situations where they were struggling and give them opportunities that they wouldn't have had otherwise. Our oldest, Lucy, we got her through high school, which she had never attended before. She graduated on time. We taught her how to drive, and she just finished her first year at university, CSU Pueblo, in the social work.
Our family has loved being a part of the foster care system. We have taken in 14 foster kids this year and have been able to support them and their families as they've gone through the process of trying to get their kids back. I'm happy to report most of them have gone back to their mom and dad, so that's just an amazing thing.
And this guy, I was adopted, and if I hadn't been, I would still be a child to drug addicts and alcoholics.
So we say thank you, foster care agencies and foster parents.
Foster care is important to our family because it gives our family a purpose and a mission that we can do together. It gives us an opportunity to love on any of the kids that come in our home for any amount of time, for maybe respite for a day or a placement for months. It becomes something that we're all passionate about.
Okay. Why do we do foster care? We do it because we have a lot of love in our house. We're actually a blended family, so everybody in this house comes from somewhere else, and so everybody feels as included as everybody else. There's not one person that's more family than another. So we love foster care because the minute you walk in, you're just as special as every other kid in the house.
I think we were expecting to be a safe place for kids to land and a place, a home where they would feel love when we started our journey in foster care. I think what has surprised us pleasantly is our interaction with bio parents and the chance to be able to cheer them on for this part of their journey.
You know, we've seen some parents just really step up and do what's necessary to make things happen. And so it's just been a joy watching that kind of unfold and a surprise for us.
I think foster care is important because we get to take care of kids that don't have a home.
All right, Ms. Crow, you have any other comments?
Yes, thank you, Commissioner Waller. This is Julie Crow, Executive Director of El Paso County Department of Human Services. First, I'd like to thank the CEO of Hope and Home, Ross Wright, for putting together this video with almost no notice. We talked to him just a few days ago, and he made this happen really quickly. I'd also like to thank our county commissioners for supporting the Department of Human Services, the children, youth, families, and adults that we serve. All of you have been incredibly supportive to the Department of Human Services, and I feel honored to work with you. I think we have a great community in El Paso County, and you see that in the ways that people step up. Even during the coronavirus, we still had foster parents coming forward and saying they wanted to help abused and neglected kids, even if that meant bringing somebody to their home that could have possibly had the virus. And so our foster parents have been resilient, flexible. They've been home with kids that they didn't expect to have home from school for a month on end. They've made visits happen with parents, whether telephonically or in person. They've supported the parents in getting their kids to return home. And some of them I've even heard stories about have made an opportunity for parents through an iPad or an iPhone to read a goodnight story to a child in foster care and to say goodnight. So thank you to the foster parents. Thank you to the CPAs who've supported the foster parents during COVID-19. This has been a really hard time for foster parents, and the CPAs have stepped up and done all kinds of amazing work to support foster parents in new and different ways and to keep those homes going and feeling supported, even though there's many new stressors that they haven't had to deal with before. I want to thank El Paso County Department of Human Services staff members. Our team has also been amazing. They've supported the CPAs, the foster parents. They've helped get donations of masks and cleaning supplies for our foster parents that are doing visits and drop them off at the CPAs. They've done amazing work just to support everyone through this. And they themselves have brought up almost 7 foster homes that are El Paso County homes, with 3 licensed and 4 in process for really hard to place kids who are older, who have behavioral health issues and developmental disabilities, to get them out of residential settings that are especially not safe during COVID. And finally, I'd like to just say thank you to our donors like Care Portal, who brought computers for kids who needed to be in homeschool during COVID, treats for our frontline staff who are still out in the community, like our caseworkers who are investigating child abuse and neglect, and our own Commissioner Bremer for bringing by treats for staff and masks, and Amy Folsom for bringing burritos to our staff. All of you have been so supportive, and I just want to say thank you for that. That concludes my remarks. Thank you.
Thank you. Is there anybody else on the line that would like to speak on this proclamation? All right, I'll bring it up to the dais for comments. Commissioner Vanderwerf.
Yes, I support this, and just want to make sure we have a motion on the floor and we don't have a second, so I would like to second the motion.
We did have a motion.
Did I? I didn't hear it. Who made it?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry. Okay. All right, so then I just want to say thank you for everything that everybody's doing with regard to our foster care system that we have in our community. Just as the proclamation says, children do deserve and benefit from enduring positive relationships with caring adults. This is very important, and we've had a strong system for foster care in our community, and we continue to have a strong system even during our coronavirus challenges that we have. So I will be supporting this proclamation. Thank you.
Anybody else? Commissioner Williams.
Just, I wanted to say I have friends who have done the foster care system, and it is beyond amazing to me, opening up your heart and bringing kids into your home and working with them and hoping that the parents get those kids back, but also at the same time falling in love with the children and then having to lose them back to the parents. So it's a great an emotional responsibility that these parents take on, and we greatly appreciate all that they do to support the needy children in our community.
All right, Commissioner Bremer. Well, do you? Yeah, okay, Commissioner Bremer.
Thank you, Mr. Chair, and thank you for allowing me to take some time to celebrate the beautiful things that are still happening in our community and have continued to happen and be implemented very, very well by 23 of our CPAs. Hope and Home is just one of 23 in El Paso County that help us find homes for those who need it in El Paso County. And I felt like it was important today to celebrate a little success and point out what has been continuing beautifully during this. So thank you for allowing me the time to say thank you to all of our foster care families. Thank you.
All right, with that, I will call the roll. Commissioner Bremer.
Aye.
Commissioner Vanderwerf.
Aye.
Commissioner Williams.
Aye.
Mr. Vice Chair.
Aye.
And the chair votes aye. That passes unanimously. Congratulations, all foster families. We appreciate all you do.